Hi, I'm Kim. My doctors told me to get my first mammogram 10 years prior to my mom's breast cancer diagnosis. So, at age 35, I too was diagnosed with a hormone-receptive breast cancer.
Hi, I'm Brittany. I got my first mammogram when I felt a lump. So, at age 29, I was diagnosed with triple-negative breast cancer.
We are breast cancer survivors.
Like all breast cancer stories, ours are very different. But the one thing we had in common is that we're young, and we're still young. Cancer doesn't age discriminate.
In April 2016, an amazing nurse navigator.
Wait a minute, Kim. A nurse navigator is a nurse who helps you navigate through all the massive information thrown at us cancer patients.
Yes, what she said. Anyways, our nurse navigator put us in contact because we were only a few weeks apart in treatment. I had gone through egg preservation prior to my treatment. Brittany had questions about fertility treatments, and our nurse navigator thought it would be best if we would just talk.
Cancer treatment affects a woman's ability to conceive 50% of the time. My husband and I weren't sure if we wanted to have children. With all the doctors and tests you have to go to when you're first diagnosed, I felt lost and scared. I wasn't sure I had the capacity to make one more decision, especially one that was so important to me. I chose to preserve my eggs so we could make the decision about having children later. I was determined to not let this disease run my life, and I certainly was not going to let it tell me I couldn't have children.
We are so grateful that we were given fertility options prior to starting our treatment. That way, we can make informed decisions for our own bodies. When you're first diagnosed with cancer, you feel like you have no control. It's hard enough to figure out a treatment plan, let alone think about your future and decide it all within a matter of days. Being educated is empowering.
When we met the first time, we learned we lived just 2 miles apart. We could go through our cancer journeys together. Our friendship was immediate, but trying to explain the bond we share because of going through this together is impossible. Together we conquered cancer one day at a time, knowing that there was someone just a phone call away to ask questions, complain, or just laugh, which we did a lot.
We never thought we'd get cancer at a young age, nor did we think we'd ever have conversations about the speed bumps,
not roadblocks,
in our lives. Like, if I had $1 for every time someone told me I was too young to have cancer, I could pay for my frozen children to go through college.
Speed bump. I slept so much from radiation. Do you think I should change my name to Sleeping Beauty?
Speed bump. Did you know I hit my deductible on January 12th last year?
Speed bump. Now that I'm radioactive, do you think I have Spider-Man skills?
Speed bump. And then there are all those good things that cancer brought to our lives, like not shaving an entire Phoenix summer.
Cheers. Getting ready in the morning when you're bald only takes a few minutes.
Why drive 2 cars to a doctor's appointment when we can carpool in one? If we have to wait in a doctor's office, we might as well wait together. Friend date at the plastic surgeon.
Cheers. We even share chemo brain. Sometimes when we plan to do things together, if we both don't put it in our calendars, neither of us shows up. Maybe we're just getting older, but now that we've gone through chemo, we'll forever have something to blame our forgetfulness on.
Cheers to cancer. A year after our diagnosis, our fertility doctor contacted us and asked if we'd be willing to talk to 2 of his patients about cancer and fertility. Of course, the more the merrier.
Together, Allie, Corey, Kim, and I began our second act and launched Young Advocacy and Support. Although Allie recently lost her battle, we will continue our 3 important missions.
YAS, or YAS, has 3 missions. The first mission is we support other young women survivors by providing them one-on-one mentoring. There is something to be said about talking to someone who understands. When you get cancer before 40, it's hard to find somebody to connect with. Someone who understands that you haven't even lived half your life yet. Someone who is still fertile and may want a family or add to the family they already have. We connect in a big way via social media. We can answer questions or calm fears nearly instantaneously. And we have small monthly get-togethers to connect and ensure that each woman know we're in the fight with them. We talk, occasionally shed a tear, but mostly we laugh at the speed bumps and the cheers.
Our second mission is to advocate for fertility education. About half of the women diagnosed with breast cancer are never told about the potential loss of their fertility prior to starting treatment. This is a statistic that must change. We were fortunate that our nurse navigator and our fertility doctor told us about the risk and our options. Breast cancer is not something one budgets for. On top of treatment costs, fertility treatment is expensive and not covered by major medical providers in Arizona. It becomes an unexpected and often heart-wrenching out-of-pocket expense. Through fundraising, our third mission is to be able to grant scholarships to women diagnosed with cancer. It will relieve the financial burden of fertility treatments. It will be just one less stress in their journey and the hope for all the many things to look forward to in life after cancer.
Friends don't let friends fight cancer alone. We've been here together since the beginning. We'll always be breast friends forever.